Happy Solstice, guys. So, I figured I'd come on here. I didn't make a video yesterday. Right now I'm heading south on Interstate 15, following my brother to his place in Idaho Falls. I still haven't seen his place there. He just bought it. Him and his wife have been moving for the last, 6 months. They sold a place in Seattle, bought a place in the Tri-Cities, and then she took a job there and then had that job for like a month and a half or 2 months, something like that, and then bought a place in Idaho Falls, and so they had to sell the place in Seattle. Now I think they're going to rent the place in Richland, because if you sell it within 2 years, then you get messed up on taxes. So now they're living there, and I haven't seen their place, and I haven't seen my nieces and nephews, and I really wanted to take my dad on a road trip and follow Ken on his trucking route. So last night we went over Lolo Pass, spent the night in Butte, Montana, and now we're heading south to Idaho Falls. So the reason I wanted to make this video today was because, and I've got a lot of things to think about, but for one thing, winter solstice should be a time where you're letting your heart expand and falling in love with yourself and the people around you, right? Lifting them up, making them feel like they're better than they thought they could ever be, right? And so as long as you're in that state, the universe will put you in situations where you can help people out. I got to help a couple people out at the truck stop because there was a truck blocked off on the on-ramp heading towards Butte, because we stopped at a truck stop, and he slid sideways, and some of the guys were a little bit confused about how to maybe get out of there and head back east, but we helped those guys out, filled up with fuel, and now we're headed out. And I wanted to take some time to, since this is the start of another YouTube channel, I normally don't like to talk about me. I would rather try and pump you guys up and maybe give you guys a message on maybe what you need to hear, or what I feel like Spirit is telling you that you need to hear. But I figured, since this is the start of a YouTube channel and I just posted a call to action, I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know what my intents are. And I believe my intents are pretty well known in a call to action. But I might as well tell at least a story of the last couple of years and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because it's taken me a long time, right? You have to overcome a lot of different things, and you have to be honest with yourself about what you're doing and what you're not doing. But there's always a reason behind the process, and you'll see the reason why later. A lot of times you have no idea what you're going through, why you're going through it, when you're going through it. But as you're going through it, it will reveal reasons why you had to go through those things, and why you need to just be patient with yourself, and especially other people. Because if you can't be patient with yourself, you're never going to be able to be patient with anybody else, right? So, I started the business. I went into the business community because I wanted to sell decentralized decision making. Sorry, my phone just fell over. I wanted to sell decentralized decision making to the public and make a small profit, but provide something that would enhance people's ability to communicate and make decisions as a group together. Well, that I kept hearing from Spirit that was not my final goal, and so I just kept moving, and in some ways, I understood that on a deeper level, unconsciously, that really wasn't my final goal. And now I'm pretty sure what my final goal is, and it might even have less to do with building groups. It has more to do with making sure people believe in themselves and lift themselves up, and the people that need it the most are the people that are born into the worst situations. Now, you can't force anybody to change, but there are people that want to, that can't afford to buy coaching, to pay for coaching, or pay for the people that have the skill sets that have overcome all these things, or are able to sell things to the marketplace, right? There's so many people out there that need help that don't know where to look for it. And for me, the number one thing that I can advise anybody to do would be just to put yourself in service to the people around you, because that will teach you more about yourself than anything. You'll understand how you're not being of service in order so that you can be of service. And unconditional love is something that happens in a dichotomy. You're both supportive, but you're also setting boundaries to tell people what you will and won't accept. For a long time, if you are, for example, if you are just completely humble to the people around you, then for one thing, it allows people to take advantage of you, right? If you put yourself in a situation where somebody is just greedily gobbling up their environment, and you're allowing them to do that, and you're not setting a strong boundary, then you're not really unconditionally loving them. There's a lot of misconceptions about what unconditional love is. And sometimes love's tough, right? Sometimes you have a tough father, but a loving father at the same time. And so you're always walking that line between humility and justice. And justice is always being served, and it's always being served in the right way. So whatever you're experiencing, sometimes you don't even realize that you're headed towards disaster unless you truly understand, yourself, your hidden motivations, or make sure your motivations are balanced so that you feel that the people around you have the same worth as you, and you want to make sure you're lifting them up and at the same time incorporating that into whatever you're doing for yourself. It's not easy. And I have a lot of respect for people that, worked hard to make themselves successful, to be free in the business world. It's not a bad thing to want to better yourself, but when you get to where, if you get too disconnected from the people that you're trying to help, then you fall out of balance. And a lot of times it may seem like you're in a good position, but the overall organism is breaking down, which is what we're seeing. So I just wanted you guys to think about that this holiday season. Don't beat yourself up, no matter what your position you're in, no matter how much money you have or don't have. Just allow your heart chakra to open. Love yourself and love the people around you. And just take care of yourself and do the best you can, because you can't give in to anybody with an empty cup. You just can't, all right? And so you'll be led to do the right things for the right people at the right time. And the right things will happen to you at the right time for the right reason. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful holiday season. I don't know if I'm going to make another video until maybe after Christmas. I don't know. I'm spending a lot of time with family, and I'm going to be working on maybe a little bit of private projects while I'm there. But, yeah. Love you guys. Have a great day.